Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the It Girl Mindset. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because I really want to talk about what's been going on behind the scenes with me. I think it's so easy to talk about, how I'm leveling up, the things that I'm doing to feel my best. You look at social media and it's like just such a highlight reel. And I just really want to get raw and vulnerable with my girlies because that's just what we do here. I really want to be as open and vulnerable as you can because I am not perfect. Yes, I'm obsessed with routines, but I still go through things that make me not show up, make me question what I should and shouldn't be doing, how to treat my body, right? Like I'm always moving through things too. And so I really just wanted to share the really messy in-betweens and things that I'm working through, and also tell you how I'm working through them in case you're going through something similar. And this can just, again, help guide you, help show you, or even just make you feel seen and validated in your experience. So let's get into it. Welcome to the It Girl Mindset, where I help you step into the next level version of yourself by mastering your mindset, manifesting your deepest desires, and connecting deeply with your body. It's about becoming the most authentic, radiant, unapologetic, and unbothered version of yourself. Together, we're going to chat about how to unlock your true potential and create a life that feels as good as it looks. If you're ready to become the healthiest, hottest, and most abundant version of yourself, you're in the perfect place. Let's get into it. So we're going to go through 5 lessons, 5 things that I'm really going through and learning about myself. So number 1 is healing my body from mold. So I actually just took a test from my naturopath and I have a really high level on one of the mold tox screens. And I already knew that I was healing from mold because it showed up in a gut health test that I took, but this just really confirmed that I've been healing from mold for like 3 years, I think, since I moved into this house. And it's kind of like good news, bad news, right? Like I feel relief that all of the symptoms that I've been feeling have been, it's kind of just validating knowing that what I've been going through is not in my head. I actually had a call with my psychic, Caroline, that we had on the podcast, and she was like, stop gaslighting yourself. Like these symptoms that you're feeling are real. So yeah, that definitely made me feel better. I'm just, I'm already a sensitive person, just physically, my nervous system. So I just don't have as big of a capacity as a normal person that is not a highly sensitive girl. Guys too. I know we've talked about this before, but I have just been honestly having really big brain fog. Every time I try to get into a good workout routine where I'm pushing myself, my body really burns out super, super fast. I'm just tired. Like that's just kind of the moral of the story is I'm not getting deep, restful sleep. My HRV, my resting heart rate are honestly shit. My resting heart rate is really high and my HRV is really low, and we want those to be opposite. We want the resting heart rate low and the HRV high. The HRV is essentially a heart rate variability, and it's just a sign that your body's under stress. And mine has overall, since I've gotten my Oura ring, that's where I'm getting this information. Overall, since I got it, my HRV has been horrible, like just so bad. And after really learning how to regulate my nervous system, I definitely feel overall better and I have spurts of feeling better. But in the last couple of weeks, we found mold in 2 different places, and I feel like it's just causing havoc on my body. Like, again, I have no freaking energy. And by the end of the night, like I'm begging my boyfriend to do the dishes because I'm so tired and I just want to get in bed. I also, again, I'm not getting restful sleep. So I'm even like sleeping for 8, even last night, 9 hours, but my body is not being fully rejuvenated, which is just really frustrating because I do take such good care of my body. Yeah, it just feels challenging when I'm like, I'm doing the things, I'm meditating, I'm really focusing on regulating my nervous system. I don't drink too much coffee. I don't drink alcohol. Like I go to sleep at a normal time. I move my body. I do all the things, and I think for me, it's really just been frustrating feeling like I'm doing all of the right things, but my body is still working against me. And again, again, good news, bad news, right? Like now I actually fully have confirmation that the mold is causing my body to kind of heavy brain fog and how I'm moving through this. So I'm actually working with a naturopath. I have been for a few years now, and honestly, all of my symptoms kind of make so much sense now because it's like I've been on all these extreme protocols and they really help heal all of my symptoms for periods of time, but then I kind of fall back. And I've had multiple different symptoms, right? Like I've had acne, I've had, some other like really itchy skin, and I've had eczema. So there's been like a bunch of different kind of symptoms that I've had, but the brain fog, the low energy, that's been constant. So that was kind of like my next step was like taking that test. I also am going to have someone come to the house and measure where the mold is, because again, we've found it a few times, but I don't know if it's like actually in the walls or whatever it may be. So we need to have some sort of specialist come out and test for mold. I also am probably going to go on a supplement protocol, and I'm manifesting a move. Yeah, I'm just going to put it out there. That's what Caroline said too. She's like, just set the intention that a move is in the future. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm stating it to my girlies. So send me some good vibes for that. What I want you to take from this mold situation is whatever your symptoms are, if you're someone who struggles a lot with energy or, just like weird skin things or acne or whatever it may be, just don't gaslight yourself, right? Like I've been gaslighting myself for 3 years, just being like, oh, I just need to like push through, right? But I just want you to really take into account and notice your whatever symptoms or whatever body kind of things that are going on for you, and don't gaslight yourself. Like get very curious about them. And if you need to talk to a doctor or a naturopath or whatever, if you have the capacity to do so. Now, number 2 is allowing myself to believe that I can have it all. I actually wrote a Substack about this, but I can have it all. I can't have it all. Those two sentences are beliefs. And I can continue to choose to believe that I cannot have it all, that, waiting for the shoe to drop, there's always going to be one thing, right? Like I get to decide what I want to choose. And I really, really want to change my belief from I can't have it all to I can have it all. I've been really working on this. I think I talked about this maybe in not the last podcast, but the podcast before. A couple years ago, I had someone just say to me like, I guess you can't have it all. And that really stuck with me. And I'm not saying that this person was the cause of, my belief, but I think it's something that's really common in this world. Everyone thinks, oh, you can't have it all, right? Like not everything's going to be perfect. And I believe that having it all is not about it being perfect, but it's about thriving in all areas of your life, right? Like health, career, finances, relationships, right? Like you're allowed to have it all. And I'm reminding myself that I'm allowed to believe that I can have it all. And beliefs are malleable, right? Like you can change them. This is something I am subconscious reprogramming certified. I took a mindset course to become a certified mindset coach. And we learned so much about the subconscious mind and how you can change your beliefs. You don't manifest and attract things into your life based on your thoughts. It's really about your beliefs. And even though I'm certified in subconscious reprogramming, it's like I still have my blocks, right? But being able to be aware of this, I think is such a good step in the right direction for me. I believe that life should be magical and we should all be able to have it all. The career, the finances, the partner, the relationships, the hobbies, right? Like we should be able to have it all. We should, because why not? And so how I'm actually working through this is I've been doing some subconscious reprogramming. I use an app called the Higher Self app. Shout out to Marley. She was actually my mentor for a while, but she created an app. I worked a lot with her last year on subconscious reprogramming, and it really helped me so much. So I've been doing some of that in her app. And then I'm also just really being conscious of my thoughts. I had a call with a coach the other day, and we talked about how I'm getting this feeling of frustration a lot. Like I'm telling myself I'm being kind to myself, but I'm feeling frustrated about myself. Obviously, like, we're gonna have emotions and stuff, but it's been a common theme. And so I'm really just trying to give myself so much grace and compassion. Because even like I said with the mold, I was like, I'm feeling frustrated with myself. The can I have it all? Feeling frustrated with myself, right? And that's not doing me any good, right? I need to process the emotion. I need to let it go. But in order for me to show up as my best self, being frustrated with things not being exactly as they should be or I want them to be is not really going to help anything. So I'm really just trying to move through this I can have it all with compassion. And again, rewiring my thoughts exactly like the last episode, you know. Even talking about that last week was such a good lesson for me because I'm like, wait, I need to take my own advice and stop being so hard on myself about maybe not being able to show up in the way that I imagine in my brain, which I will get more into this. The fifth lesson that I'm learning is also another stem of frustration. So, and I honestly think number 5 is going to resonate with a lot of you girlies. So yeah, we're doing subconscious reprogramming. We're being kind and compassionate to ourselves, but it's a work in progress. But again, what I want you to take from this is that beliefs are changeable. A lot of times too, we think that the beliefs that we have are fact when they're not. They're actually a belief. So I can have it all. I can't have it all. There's someone out there. There's many people out there, myself included, working on it, that believe they can have anything they want in their life. Anything. There's also some people that believe they can't have it all and they always have to wait for the last shoe to drop, or they're always kind of on edge thinking like, okay, even if it is perfect, they're waiting for something to happen. And that energy is what brings that into fruition, into your actual reality. We have so much more control over what happens in our life than we were taught to believe. And so really being able to, again, believe that we can have it all, what a fucking vibe, honestly. What's up, you guys? We're taking a quick little break here because I want to tell you about something that I made for you completely free. Since you know I'm in my soft girl discipline era, I actually put together a 6-week soft girl discipline reset. It's a Notion dashboard designed to help you get back on track without the pressure. Inside, you will find 15 full workouts that combine strength and Pilates so you can feel strong, toned, and confident in just 6 weeks. Inside the dashboard, you'll find a habit tracker, daily nutrition goal, and even a weekly check-in system. You can completely customize your own habits so they actually fit your lifestyle too. And if you love structure as much as I do, you can even sync it directly to a calendar so your reset flows seamlessly with your day. Imagine how you'll feel 6 weeks from now, lighter, more energized, clear-headed, and proud of the discipline you've built in a way that feels soft, feminine, and sustainable. Honestly, can't believe I'm giving this away for free, but if you are ready for that fresh start, grab the 6-week reset through the link down in the show notes today. Okay, back to the episode. Now, number 3, and this might be very surprising to you guys, but I'm kind of working through some food anxiety right now, which is honestly ironic because when I was a coach, I really helped women heal their relationship with food. And I think my relationship with food overall, I would say is good, but there's certain things that I do have food anxiety for, like sugar, gluten, and dairy. I think I have trained my mind to believe that I can't have those things, and when I do, I get these physical symptoms. And again, your mind is so powerful. If you tell yourself that something bothers your stomach, it's gonna bother your stomach, right? Our brain and body are talking all the time. I even had a client where she used to tell me that ground beef and red meat in general would hurt her stomach, and I was like, okay, valid. Do you think that you believe that red meat is not good for you and therefore it's causing you to not feel good, or do you actually think it like hurts your stomach? And she was like, wait, I don't know, because I just feel like red meat is bad for me. And I was like, what if you just allowed yourself to believe that red meat makes you feel good? Because I'm going to tell you right now, red meat makes me feel amazing. And she was like, huh. Literally later that night, she messaged me and was like, oh my God, Ash, you were right. Like, I just ate red meat and my stomach was absolutely fine. It's crazy how powerful our mind is, which is why this is the It Girl mindset, baby, as you know. My anxiety doesn't stem from me gaining weight, and that's what a lot of relationship with food that I worked on with my clients was, again, like being afraid of food, thinking it was going to make them gain weight, thinking it was going to, negatively affect their body. And gluten, sugar, dairy, I'm scared that it's going to trigger my acne, or it's going to make me more tired because of this mold detox that I'm going through. Honestly, I think I've convinced myself that I don't have food anxiety because I'm like, it's not about gaining weight, right? Like I moved past that because I struggled so hard with my relationship with food for years and years and years, binge eating the whole shebang. And I moved through that and got over that from a place of I'm not worried that food's going to affect me and make me gain weight in any way. But now it's a new one where I'm like so scared that if I start eating dairy, that my acne is going to completely break out. Or if I eat gluten, I'm going to get this itchy skin that I get all the time. But again, I think I convinced myself that it wasn't food anxiety because I had already gotten over it and healed my relationship with food, quote unquote. And this one I have not figured out yet, but I've just been getting these intuitive pings that are like, you need to let go of this food anxiety. You need to stop being afraid of sugar. Everyone says sugar's a trigger for acne, and I don't really have processed sugar ever. I only have like coconut sugar and maple syrup, right? Actually, this is probably processed sugar. I got a matcha with vanilla in it, and that's a sweetener. They do make their sweeteners there though. But again, see, I really think that like this is something that I need to work on. But there's that other piece of I don't want to put any pressure on my body because I'm still detoxing from mold and my body's doing enough right now. I have not moved through this. I just want to tell you what I'm going through right now. And yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's like part of me was afraid to talk about this because, again, I used to coach people on their relationship with food. That was a big piece of it. And I'm not even fully through this, like I literally haven't eaten dairy in 8 years. 8 years. I think I've probably had like, butter has been in some things and accidentally eating a little bit of cheese here and there. But like, I've never been like, ooh, I'm going to get a cheeseburger with regular cheese. Like not even once. I have been so strict because I'm afraid that it's going to make me feel like shit or cause some other symptoms. So I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I do know that I've been having this feeling that I really need to let go of my food anxiety. And also I think about this too, like sometimes I have dairy-free cheese. That's literally processed, probably more processed than eating regular cheese. You know what I mean? The dairy-free options are probably more processed than the natural things with dairy. You know what I mean? So I actually don't know how I'm moving through this. I honestly think just talking about it makes me feel a little bit better. You know what? How I'm going to move through this, I think, is I'm going to talk to my naturopath because she always like asking me how I'm doing. Like she likes to talk about not only, the supplements, but like how I'm feeling because she believes in this kind of like energetic piece of the puzzle as well. So honestly, I think I should just talk to her and tell her about this and then see what she says because honestly, like having anxiety about the cheese is probably worse than just eating the frickin' cheese. Same with gluten. I'm not fully gluten-free or anything like that, but I think I have in my head, I think I have this belief that when I eat gluten, I get like my itchy skin. It's like one of my symptoms that has been horrible for the last year, like really bad for the last year. It's feeling a lot better, but now I'm like, shoot, it's feeling good now. I don't want to mess that up and, eat things that maybe I shouldn't. But like that in itself, that like overthinking and those anxious thoughts like are probably worse than just freaking eating the thing, So yeah, we're still working through that one, but we're going to get there. Number 4 is letting go of Coach Ash and stepping into Founder Ash. I have been a coach since I think 2019 is when I technically started. For so long, I thought that was the only path to success in my mind. I was so stuck on that one track. I was like, this is what it has to be. This is how it has to go. Like, period. Like, I have to be a coach. That is the end all be all. And believing in that for so long and honestly just seeing a lot of successful people in the industry, just honestly thinking like that's the only way to be an entrepreneur in this world is being a coach. And I love coaching. I love helping women. I just have had this feeling in my gut that I am meant to do something different right now. I don't know if I'm going to give up coaching forever. I've been telling myself that too. I'm like, I don't need to decide for the rest of my life. I could later on decide I want to coach again. But right now, I keep getting this gut feeling that's like, you just have to let it go for right now. I've also been working on things in the back end. I'm working on something that, oh my gosh, I literally just got hit with this wave of emotion. When I talk about it and when I think about it, I'm so genuinely excited about it. And I'm creating something that it's not a program, it's not a coaching thing. It's like completely different than anything I've ever created. And it feels so aligned for me right now. And I think it's just going to change the world, honestly. You guys are 1000% going to know about it first, but I can't talk about it yet because I'm going through beta testing right now. I've already done round 1, but I'm about to do round 2 very, very soon, and then it will be on the market. I'm equally as excited as I feel just kind of, whoa, like something I've thought I was going to be for the rest of my life. I'm putting that aside and letting that go. Like being a coach for years and years and years was just like, I felt like I was just living out my dream. I just love it so much. I love helping people. And that's why even when you guys comment, I was actually talking to my mentor about this because podcasts I absolutely love. It is genuinely my favorite thing in the world. The only thing I miss and the main thing that's different is like that immediate feedback, you know, especially when I was first doing my podcast, no one commented or anything as it was growing, right? And now every time you guys comment on a podcast and you tell me you love it, or you ask me a question, or you tell me how it's changed your life, like you don't even understand what that means to me. It makes me feel so good just knowing that this podcast is helping you grow into the person that you're meant to be. And that's why with coaching, you know, I would get that immediate feedback from clients directly. I would know that they're thriving, and then they would be like, oh my God, thank you so much. You changed my life. Like, you know, all of the things where it was a lot more in close contact. So I knew how they were improving. With podcasting, I just love when you guys comment because it just makes me so happy that I know that I'm helping you and hopefully am helping you become the best version of you. So if you have ever commented on my podcast, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because you have no idea how much it means to me. I am moving through this by doing just a ton of identity upgrades. I'm doing so much work on myself. I'm meditating. I'm leaning into my own intuition so much. I'm also, you know, I got a psychic reading. That's been really helpful to just gain so much clarity. If you haven't booked a session with Caroline yet, you literally need to. I've literally talked about her on every podcast episode since we've had her on. She's so booked and busy. So you gotta listen to that podcast episode. It's like 2 back where your intuition is your secret to success, and then book with her because she's amazing. So we've got the psychic readings. I'm really working on regulating my nervous system so I can let these intuitive pings come in. I did a photo shoot that is very much so like founder-esque, which was fun. I'm trying to think, what else am I doing? Just really living my life in a way that's allowing me to have creative ideas come to mind. I was even telling Eric this morning, I was like, sometimes I feel so guilty doing so much self-care on myself. Like meditating and journaling and taking that time and also moving my body and doing facials and massages, and like that sometimes feels selfish and like, why do I get to do these things? But then it's like, I have to be a creative channel. I have to be able to be in my best energy to be creative and have ideas and talk with you guys. And, you know, it's just so much more creative than I ever would have thought my job would have been, honestly. Again, that's another thing that I'm working through, but it just feels so exciting, and that's how I know that I'm in alignment. Number 5, I think a lot of you might resonate with this, is letting go of the shoulds in my fitness routine. I've been posting a lot on my social media, like 5 a.m. morning routine. I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym, I'm doing the damn thing. I have been putting my body in overdrive. Like I said, from the mold, like I have been detoxing. My body just has a ton of brain fog, which is really hard because I feel so frustrated because I want to be the girl that can wake up and go to the gym, but it's kind of destroying my body right now. Like, it's too much on my nervous system when I'm detoxing mold. I feel so good when I go to the gym until I don't. And maybe I'm just pushing it too hard, but I'm just not recovering well enough to push my body to the limit when I'm working out. And sometimes it feels frustrating. I also see girlies on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm like, oh, they are just so motivated. I just want to be like them. I just want to wake up, go do a hard gym workout, come home, like go, grind, hustle, repeat, right? But I am learning over and over and over again that I need to lean into softness and stillness and regulate my nervous system, right? Like, that's what the soft girl discipline is. And time again, I repeat this pattern of like, ooh, I just want to like go all in and go so hard, and then I burn myself out. And kind of this all or nothing with workouts. And I really need to lean into slowness, lightweight workouts, Pilates. But I find myself, I'm either kind of all in with working out, where I'm going to the gym multiple days a week, and I'm going to pool, and I'm going to, you know, golf, and I'm like doing all these activities, and then I kind of burn myself out. And so I really am trying to just be okay right now in this season that I can't push my body to the limit like I used to be able to, because at the end of the day, my body is working harder to detox, and I'm probably still getting exposed to it because it's probably somewhere else in my house, right? Like, I just need to be okay that this season is just going to be a little bit slower, and that's okay, right? Like, my default is like, let's fucking go. Like, I want to do this. I want to wake up at 5 a.m. I want to have a 10-step morning routine, and then I want to go to the gym, and then I want to come home. Like, I like to have everything scheduled out, and boom, 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 boom. Like, right? That's my default. And that is burning my body out so intensely. And so I really need to let go of the shoulds of what I feel like I should be doing in the gym. But I also need to not use that to not work out at all, right? I need to find that happy in between of moving my body in a way that feels good. And so again, I'm just sharing this with you because I'm not perfect, right? I can tell you all day, like, you know, listen to your body, do intuitive movement, right? But at the end of the day, like, I'm still learning my own body, and I'm using trial and error to learn and grow and evolve. And I'm not perfect. No one ever is. And like I always talk about, there's seasons. Sometimes we may be grinding a little bit, and then sometimes we may be leaning into softness. And, you know, the last couple of weeks, I was like, I kind of thought that I could move into a more grind mode. But again, this is just another pattern that I need to finally learn, or else it's going to keep showing up again and again. That in this season, it's not a push my body physically. It's just not. I really need to lean into stillness. I need to regulate my nervous system. And I think sometimes I don't feel like I'm doing enough when I'm not, you know, working out in the way that I feel like I should be, quote unquote. I'm moving through this by really just leaning into self-trust, really trusting my body that this is what I need right now, and being okay with that. And sometimes it's hard, right? We think we should do things a certain way, but then our body and our intuition tells us otherwise, and it can be hard to trust that, you know? So I'm really just trying to lean into self-trust and find routines and find ways of movement that don't put extra stress on my body. Same with, you know, even like work schedule. If I'm being so honest, I'm really good at stuffing my calendar full and then getting overwhelmed and getting frustrated that I don't get done what I wanted to. So yeah, even my boyfriend's like, Ashley, no, you need to chill. Sometimes I have literally no chill, but I'm ambitious and I like to get things done. It makes me feel happy, but that's not what true happiness is. So I'm really learning to slow down and enjoy the moments, the in-betweens, even enjoy the messy in-betweens, right? Like, that's what this is all about. Everything that I'm moving through, I'm learning, and I'm trying to be nicer to myself and more compassionate and just be so present in the season, in the moments that I'm in day to day. And sometimes it's hard, but that's okay. It's part of life. Moving through the motions and feeling everything deeply and just honoring the season that we're in. Okay, my loves, that wraps up this episode. I just really, again, wanted to share what I'm going through because I'm not perfect. I'm not like okay, here's how to set goals, and then you just show up perfectly every single day. No, I'm working through so many things through the setting the goals, the accomplishing the goals, the moving my body. Like there's so much in between that I sometimes, it's not that I don't want to share them. It's just, I'm like, do you guys care? Do you guys want to know what I'm moving through? I know it's not as exciting as how to reach your goals and stuff like that. But I really wanted to be real and raw and honest and vulnerable about what I'm going through, because everyone's moving through things. But I think what's important is like, I'm really tuning in and tapping into my intuition and being intentional with this stuff and not just ignoring it, right? I'm like actively trying to learn these lessons and stop repeating the same patterns that I have in the past, but I'm not perfect with it. I'm still moving through it. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for being here and just allowing me to be vulnerable with you. I really have wanted to create such a safe space for us, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to rate and review the show. Just click the stars at the top on Spotify, and please leave a comment on what you're liking. I also have an anonymous question box to, just let me know if there's anything specific you want to learn or for me to chat about. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.